What's up, everyone? It's Cannan, and welcome back to another RWBY themed video. Been a while, I know, but there's just not been that many RWBY news. A little bit of events here and there, like, you know, Viz jokingly posting about their new employee, RWBY, coming to her first day of work and destroying the company microwave and stuff like that. And if I pronounce this wrong, I'm sorry, but I believe it's Chiton, who I don't know if it's self-proclaimed or officially, but the mascot of Japan, who I've seen on Twitter a good few times always doing these crazy stunts that look like even in a mascot suit it would still hurt. But them watching RWBY and cosplaying as RWBY, which got RWBY back into the news again. So yeah, a few things like that, but nothing major. Now, what I'm going to be covering in this video is two things. One, which I'm going to be covering first, is not exactly a good thing, and it's been a couple of days since it happened, but work has been crazy. I've had no time to really sit down and do this till today when I'm off work. I was going to record it last night, as in Sunday night, because this is Monday, July 22nd, but I was exhausted last night. My back was killing me, so yeah, I was in no shape to record last night. So I'm recording this quickly today and getting it up today, and before I pushed record, Jess told me that apparently it is the birthday of the channel. How many years, Jess? I think we created the channel in 2018, but didn't officially start putting out stuff until like 2020. Like, Jess just created the channel and it just sat there for a couple of years and we did nothing with it. So if it was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 6 years. 6 years the channel has been up. But once again, I think we've only been recording for about 3 or 4 years now. Jess says it's 4. So yes, happy birthday to the channel, yay. And hey, of course, I'm doing a RWBY video on that day. So let's discuss this news right here. Now, this came out on July 18th, and once again, sorry that I did not post about this sooner. This was on a Thursday when this was posted. I think I already had something planned for that Friday's video. Had planned to maybe do something about it during the weekend, but I just couldn't, guys. Like, work's been awful. Let me just say that. Exhausted, body parts hurt. I can tell I'm getting older almost every day, it seems like. But yeah, sorry this is so late. So pretty much what happened, as we all know, shortly before the announcement that RWBY had been bought by Viz Media, the RWBY soundtracks started being taken off of every musical platform, pretty much. Spotify and all that. And it did come out eventually that it was because the licensing for it was coming up, and the account that was to make the payment, Rooster Teeth, was no longer there, and so the licensing ended, so they got taken off. That's perfectly normal for copyrighted licensed music if those licensing fees do not get paid. Then all of a sudden, music started showing back on platforms like Spotify and others. It was strange that at first it was only volume 1 and 2, and then 3 got added again, and then after that, I don't remember seeing anyone post about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, and I thought it was weird. There was no official announcement, not from Casey, not from Viz Media, no one. And usually, something like that happening this soon after Viz Media announces that they now own RWBY, they would have made an announcement. There totally would have been an announcement, hey, all of the RWBY soundtracks are now available on all streaming musical platforms, enjoy, you know. So I did think it was a little weird. And then all of a sudden, on July 18th, Casey posted this on Twitter. I'll read what her Twitter says first, and then I'll play the video message that she recorded. But hello all, I have some very important info regarding RWBY Music's return to streaming platforms. Long story short, the music is not officially back up yet. Whatever music you see being re-uploaded has been pirated and is not us. Please help us out by reporting those accounts. Then says, we promise that we're working as fast as possible to get the music back to your ears. Thank you. Now, I'm going to play her message real quick. I'm going to mute my microphone to avoid any double audio, and then I'll continue it after it is done.
What's up? It is Casey Lee Williams. This is a message for RWBY fans and RWBY music fans. This is very important. We have not put the music back up on any streaming platforms, and if you are seeing that anywhere, that music is pirated, and it does actively hurt us to save or listen to that music. We are working with Viz Media to get that music back up ASAP, but unfortunately for the moment, we have to go without the music, and I am here to ask for your support. If you could report on any streaming platform any of the music that is back up, that's claiming to be us as artists. It's not us, and we, I promise, are working as hard as we can to get the music back to you. But if you didn't have the music purchased, I'm sorry, it's not going to be around for a little while. But please just help us as much as you can by reporting these artists, because the streaming platforms have not taken any of them down yet. If they see enough support, maybe they will try. So, thank you very much.
All right, so not a great situation. As you can tell, Casey does seem deeply troubled by these events. Now, I don't know what goes into putting music on streaming platforms like Spotify and all the others, where I believe you actually do have to pay a fee to use it, and how you're able to put music on there that is not your own. Now, of course, you know, back in the day when websites like Napster first showed up, yes, I'm old, I remember when Napster first launched, and it was this whole big thing, you know, and it kind of caused a debate of, you know, people who think that, yes, artists should be compensated for their work, and then, of course, others saying, well, they're already making millions and millions, you know, why should I care? But, you know, there are people who don't really, yes, they make money, but they don't do it for the money. They do it because they love it. Casey's been doing this for a long time. How old she was when Volume 1 aired, I forgot. I think she wasn't even a teenager yet. She might have been, oh man, it's going to bug me now. I can't remember how old she was when she did Red Like Roses for Volume 1, but she was young. She was younger than young. And of course, this is music that her father wrote that probably is very near and dear to her heart. You know, that's always going to be, even if RWBY had never been picked up again, that is a big part of her life. It's been her life for all these years, is providing the vocals for all these RWBY songs that we love. And so, yeah, I could totally understand it hurting her. Now, as far as legal things and who the music is exactly licensed to now, and who all it hurts if you listen to that stuff when it's pirated, I'm not sure. I'm sure it's Viz Media. Part of it may be Casey and her family, since they do have at least the songwriting credits to it. So, yes, this is a big issue. I don't know if that music is still up. But sadly, we do know that a lot of these bigger websites, even if you do report stuff like that, even though they say, oh, copyright infringement is not good, please let us know. It's a toss-up if they'll actually even do anything about it. But yes, it sucks. I love RWBY's soundtrack. I think I think even people who despise RWBY and hate on it all the time, I think that's one thing that all of us agree on, is that the music in RWBY has always been top tier. So, yeah, it sucks it not being there, especially if you paid for it. But all I can say is, guys, is please report these accounts that are putting up the music illegally, and just please be a little bit more patient until the music gets put back on there. because this more and more fuels my theory that maybe the Viz business deal really did happen so last minute for Anime Expo that, yeah, it's still going to take them a little bit to get all the licensed stuff back up. So if we're waiting this long for the soundtracks to be put back up, imagine how long we're probably going to have to wait for the actual show to be put back up on wherever it ends up. Hulu, Crunchyroll, who knows. Now, of course, if you've got the Blu-rays, you're not affected that much, but still, people who, like, me and Jess, we paid for Crunchyroll for RWBY, and yet we still watch, I watched, man, 5 or 6 animes last night up to where they currently are, so we use it for more than just RWBY, but that's why we originally got it. We got the I think the highest account just so we could watch it without ads, so yeah, it sucks for a lot of people, but with what RWBY has, the transition that it is currently going through, I think we need to be a little bit more patient. And really, shame on you if you did pirate this music and put it on other places where people are paying money to listen to it. Because, yeah, once money gets involved, it really changes everything. Not to say it would be cool if it was free, because that's not good either. So, yes, please report those accounts if they haven't already been. Like I said, this has been probably almost a week ago. Who knows if it's been taken care of yet, if any of these places have taken it down. I don't know. Jess actually bought Spotify not too long ago. I probably should have asked her. What, Spotify's for free? Oh, well, she's got, if there is a paid tier, she's got the free version. But I probably should have asked her to see if the RWBY music was still on there. Oh, she just told me it is. So, yeah, it's still on there illegally. So, yeah. Not a great scenario, but hopefully it gets taken care of. Now, on to more positive news. Really, not positive, more or less, it's time to brainstorm. It's time to theorize. So, yes, Viz is going to be at this year's Comic-Con. San Diego Comic-Con. It actually happens in a couple of days. It's July 22nd, and it starts on the 25th. So it is very, very close. So, of course, Viz has... This is, of course, one from the 19th. I just wanted to use this one because it was like, announcement that, hey, Viz is going to San Diego Comic-Con. And someone already asked the question, are we getting a RWBY update? So that's the second half of this video. Will RWBY be mentioned at San Diego Comic-Con? Now, of course, personally, I would love for it to. Realistically, if they do, it's not going to be anything major. I don't think they're going to announce Volume 10, though San Diego Comic-Con would be the stage to do it. If not that, then one of the other bigger ones like New York Comic-Con or something like that. And the reason why I think that is because it's still too soon. I think we literally got the announcement for, not even a month ago at this point. And here's the thing. Something that I failed to mention in my other videos. Viz is not an animation company. They do not create their own anime. They outsource it to other companies to make the anime that they own. Now, could they make an in-house team to work on RWBY and it be like their first real official Viz-created animation? Yeah, there's always a possibility of that. It depends on how big of a deal they see RWBY as being. But at this point, I would say it's more safe that they're going to outsource it to another animation company for them to make it. Probably ones that have bigger budgets, bigger teams, all that, so that they can actually make RWBY how we've always wanted it to be made, with no cuts, no rushing, or anything like that. Now, of course, we do know that Cary is still involved. I'm guessing he's still going to be the head writer, director, more than likely, but no one else has been mentioned. Though, I know Eddie has retweeted stuff and said some stuff that makes me think that he is also still involved. And then, of course, Lindsay, Kara, Aaron, and Barbara. will all return to voice the main four. But as far as other voice talents go, we don't know yet. I know that Tyrion's voice actor who originally said that they were done voicing Tyrion because of what came out about the goings-on behind the scenes at Rooster Teeth, has now said that they would love to come back as Tyrion. So RWBY getting picked up by Viz has created, really, in a lot of sense, a lot of positivity within the RWBY fandom. You still have your rotten eggs then and there, but I don't know, it's the sense of something new, I think. Right now we're in the honeymoon phase. We're on the Christmas Day opening your presents kind of mood. As time goes on, we'll see how things go. I'm sure some people will lose their excitement about it, especially if they take too long to announce something. But I mean, who knows? Because they did kind of hint that they might have other stuff in the works already. We might get a new RWBY comic announced, a new manga announced. But I think as far as the continuation of the actual animation, we're going to be waiting on that for a while. I think if a comic comes out or a manga, it's going to be side material or maybe, side stories or something like that until we get that full-on confirmation. Now, why do I think it's too soon? Because preparing to make a show, especially in this day and age when even food and gas are the highest they've ever been, I can't imagine how much it costs now to create an animated TV show. They've got to decide the budget. They got to decide development time. How long is it going to be from the start to the end? When could we project the release date? All that stuff goes into it, and that takes a long time. So I would not be shocked if we have to wait until an official announcement, till at least next year, early next year. That would be the earliest I think we got something. And who knows? I could be completely wrong. This deal could have been set in months ago. They just didn't say anything, and they've already got something planned, and they announced it at San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know. But just from the things that I've been told by other people and some other stuff that I've seen and what people have said about Viz, yes, they're mostly a manga company, but they do have anime as well. Sounds like to me either RWBY is going to get an in-house team together to make it within Viz, or they're going to outsource it and, Carrie will work with that production team or development team to make the show and how it should look and how the story is going to go, all that. Because we already know what at least the first episode will look like, thanks to the Volume 9 epilogue, because Carrie and Eddie did say that in some shape or form it'll be similar to what Volume 10, Chapter 1 will be about. So, and also the fact that we already got that new art by Aaron kind of tells me that, yeah, something for Volume 10 is definitely in its early stages. Because, that was art, but you could also say it was more than likely early concept art. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if RWBY is mentioned at all at San Diego Comic-Con. Pretty much go into it with low expectations. That way, if nothing is said, you're not too bummed out, but then if something is, you're blown out of the water. Now, of course, if something does get announced, we will be covering it. If something huge is definitely announced, Jess is definitely joining me in that video. But yeah, it sucks about the RWBY soundtracks, but at least we might have a little bit of excitement coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. But here's hoping. Don't know 100% if it will, but we can always hope. So I'm going to end it there. What do you think? Do you think we will see anything at the San Diego Comic-Con? Do you think they will announce anything RWBY related at all? Will they just show the announcement of Carrie and Barbara announcing that Viz owns RWBY? We'll see. What do you think about the RWBY soundtrack situation? How long do you think it's going to take Viz to get those back up? Please let me know in the comics. Let me know in the comments. Wow, that would have been a good thing for the blooper reel. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it there. As always, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave a comment. We're over 800 subscribers. I think we're at 805 last time I looked, so let's keep building toward 900. As always, guys, this is Cannan. Me and Jess love you all very, very much. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.